There's a really interesting psychological aspect of getting out of pain, recovering from injury, supporting your back pain, and getting out of that, that I find very, very interesting because it's essentially just a story that we tell ourselves. And when you've had chronic pain for a long time, you start to identify with this pain that that's who you are. That's the only person you'll be. And that's not true, but at the same time it is true because that's what you're telling yourself. But you can change that story, and the thing that I find fascinating about it is that when you begin a healing journey, when you start to become conscious of the way you're moving, the way you're stretching, bring your body back into balance, the way you're eating, the way you're drinking, the way you can cultivate peace within yourself, all these things that support a healing journey and to bring yourself back to your truest self, your mind needs to follow. And what I mean by that is that your story must change to support this as well. And I feel like becoming conscious of that story that you're telling yourself is very important, but then you also must have some type of process that supports it and that essentially is showing you proof that you're on this journey. And that's where I find the exercises, the stretching, having a practice of just be it meditation or going for a walk that can act as a meditation or something that brings you stillness to where you're feeling you're not just feeling who you are, but you're sitting with yourself and understanding who you are. All this stuff supports healing, and little by little can help change your internal dialogue and your story that you tell yourself, because at a certain point it's time to step out of that old version of yourself and step into the real version of yourself that's strong and healthy and able to do everything you want to do. um and it's honestly, without this psychological aspect, without examining and approaching the psychological aspect, somebody will never truly heal because they'll just be living in that story of an injured, broken person. So at a certain point, you have to step out of that and into the real you.